A little behind the scenes of how today's video came together. Yesterday, Chris texted me and said that he has a stock trade idea that is based on a trend in a company with earnings this week. That's all pretty normal. And then he sent a link to this. Yeah, today on Dumb Money. Has Chris lost his mind, or is there really an investment here? We are Dumb Money.
Three friends who turned $30,000 into $30 million using nothing more than Twitter and a zero commission trading account.
The suits that work on Wall Street, they call those people the smart money. That's not us.
Our goal is to help level the playing field for everyday investors.
We are Dumb Money.
Hey there, Dave here, along with Chris and Jordan. We are Dumb Money. Welcome to Dumb Money Live. If you are still with us after seeing that TikTok, thank you. While you're here, go ahead, hit the like button. Chris, Jordan, I did look a little more into one of those shoes that Chris sent, the boot version, actually. It's available on Nordstrom right now for $980. And Chris, you are actually in luck because I looked a little bit more. Just around $1,000, you can get this men's version of the split toe shoe.
Wait,
That's
Dave,
the
you
worst
do
shoe I've
know
ever seen in
that
my
you
life.
also need to get the matching split toe socks to go
Hey
with
Dave,
it.
it
though,
looks like they
right?
accidentally spilt paint all over it.
No, that's what makes it $1,000.
Dude,
Isn't that amazing?
No, dude, you need to buy the socks too. That's the best part. Dude.
They get you for the socks?
A serious question. What is the most amount of money you've ever spent on a pair of shoes?
Well,
that's a
recently
great
not
question.
much. I'm all Hey Dudes. Pretty much every time I wear shoes, it's going to be Hey Dudes right now. Which parent
all
company is
moms.
Crocs
But I
now.
tell you what, I did spend a lot of money on a pair of cowboy boots once. It might have been like $400. I don't wear them
Really?
anymore because I pretty much only wear Toms now.
I was gonna
I'm-
say has to be cowboy boots for you, right, Jordan? Like,
Yeah.
I actually might have spent more money on cowboy boots than shoes because I had that charity event, the Cattle Barons Ball,
Yeah.
that I bought like one-time use boots. And then
One-time use.
the next time I went, do you know what? That was in an era when I was basically wearing Converse all the time, and my girlfriend Megan had some leather-sided Converse made with my logo emblazoned in the side. That was amazing.
That's amazing.
dude, these were one of my very first pair of Air Force Ones, and probably the most expensive, like $385 or something at the time. And I bought these at Undefeated in LA like 18 years ago, 17 years ago, and probably Air Force Ones at like $300 to $400 are
Yeah.
probably the most that I've ever spent on shoes.
Okay, so 1,000 is
honestly,
We
like
knew
that.
that Chris would be the highest
our
spender
budget.
on shoes. If you just look at what's going on behind him, he is an avid collector.
But Dave, I have almost as many pairs as Hey Dudes down there. They're not as cool to look at on a shelf, but like they cost like $30 to $40 each, right? 50 max.
Okay, so but
55.
$1,000 for a fashion atrocity is not something that you're going to go after, right?
But is that because
Okay.
because of your shoe fetish? Is that how you stumble? I can't watch it anymore.
Right? No. Okay, I'll tell you how I found. I'm gonna give credit where credit is due. So if you want to know what I do between midnight and 3 a.m. every night, I'm
really.
watching.
Nope.
I'm on TikTok. So I watch one of the people I follow. Her name is Mandy Lee, and it is like at Old Loser in Brooklyn. At Old Loser in Brooklyn on TikTok, and she
I've heard too.
she's a fashion writer and a trend analyst. And like, okay, super weird that I follow her account, but this girl is so on top of like cutting edge fashion that, listen, I've always said I've done best with female and youth oriented or demographic, unusual, minority demographic trends, because that's kind of where Wall Street is a bit slow to pick up on things, being primarily middle-aged and white and male, right? Living in the Northeast. So this girl is just absolutely incredible at going over the cutting edge trends before they're happening in very brief ways. And I saw this. And by the way, this is a trend that actually kind of started kicking in like October, November, really hard. And if you look at the Google Trends charts for Tabi shoes, that's Tabi. So if you look at the G Trend charts for Tabi shoes, or if you look at the Google Trend chart for the actual designer that makes Tabi shoes, which goes by the name Maison Margiela, it's Maison Margiela, you will see a huge kind of pop right there. And this trend is coming in hard. And it's, Dave, like you're saying, these shoes are not cheap. Like, think about the margin on this stuff. And, like, they are owned by a company out of Europe that also owns Diesel and a few other kind of like niche fashion brands. So I started researching this, and I just kind of went nuts. I was researching it for hours, and then I was also texting you guys in the middle of the night, right?
You did, and you sent the link. This is the parent company, an unconventional fashion group. They have a whole bunch of brands that they are a part of, including Diesel, and fashions that are probably way above my pay grade for things that I would actually buy.
Is Diesel still a brand? I didn't know that.
They went bankrupt in the U.S., Jordan, but then of course they got bought out of bankruptcy.
Barry stopped buying their jeans, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't liked Diesel since like the early I love Diesel in the early 90s.
Yeah, but basically Diesel. The founder of Diesel was on a buying spree, buying all these other fashion brands and putting it under the umbrella of this OTB group. And Chris did some research, and I'll just read from the text all about OTB Group and how he did the research. They own Diesel. He totally got most of it right. They have earnings on February 25th. We should do the episode and call it First Trade. This, I mean, this is how the show works. I started doing my research last night.
No, I'm all excited. I'm like, we got to do this episode. I even tweet about it yesterday. What did my tweet say, Dave? It was like,
it's the thumbnail for this video.
Okay, there you go. The thumbnail for this video is my tweet, and I'm like, in the wee hours of the morning, when I could barely read my phone, I kind of saw this OTB group, okay? Like, I see OTB over in Europe. It's a real legit, like, tradable company. I find the ADR for it here in the US. I'm like, great, they're tradable. I don't trade it yet. I haven't gotten that deep.
I'm glad you didn't trade it, by the way.
Can I, in my defense, can I say we're also dealing with a possible major invasion and possible war with Russia, which kind of took me off in another place the last 24 hours. So I'm dealing with that. And then I'm like, we're doing the episode. We got to do the episode. So Dave makes the thumbnail, right? He sets everything up. We're prepared for today's episode. I'm about to go make my big trade on OTB. And then I get a text from Dave.
At 10 o'clock last night, this was the text that I sent Chris. OTB Group, the luxury fashion conglomerate, is not the same company as OTB On the Beach, ticker symbol that you sent, which is a small $450 million market cap online travel agent in the UK. Because I was like, I couldn't figure out why this was such a small company. And then I just read what they actually did. And the OTB that he wants is a private company. And so we decided to just go ahead and go with it, because there's the possibility that there are other investments that could be made on this trend, or it just kind of shows the thought process that goes into finding a trade. When you see something on TikTok, there might be an investment. And that's what people don't realize. You have the edge over the crusty old dudes on Wall Street. I say crusty, they're younger than us now. I mean, they're younger than us. But we have the edge because we watch TikTok.
Yeah. Dude, I'm telling you, man.
I think we need to redo the opening to this show, though, because when we say with nothing but a Twitter account,
nothing more than Twitter and a zero commission trading account,
we should just change that to a TikTok account.
A TikTok account.
I want to know,
totally
with those
agree.
shoes, by the way, where does the split go? Does the split go between your big toe, or does it go between the first two toe and the three? I think it's the 2 and the 3.
I think it would have to be the big toe, because they have a sandal version, and I don't think you could have like this makes sense, this doesn't make sense.
This is what it seems like to me that's going on.
The toe area does look kind of big, but
it's too big.
I think
for
it's
just
this.
For just the, yeah.
I think it's just the toe thumb. The thumb
I
toe.
think we need to... Dude, you know what I wanted more than anything? I wanted to make this trade. I wanted this trade to work so badly to give me a reason to buy one of these split-toe shoes, and I would have it forever. But, you know, it's a process, and honestly, we want to take you guys into our process, and the process worked. This is why it's really nice having more than one person working on your trades, having a team, having a community, which is why I say so often, this is why we created a community, because if you think Dave helped me out here by explaining to me that the ticker just was not the same as the company I was looking at, imagine how great it is with the work that our community does to vet these investments that we come up with. Like, this is a two-way thing. We're not investment advisors. The community comes up with ideas. We come up with ideas. We help each other vet this stuff, and we're all stronger because of it. That's what Dumb Money is. That's what the Dumb Money what is it? Dumbmoney.tv.
Dumbmoney.tv/Discord.
Yeah, guys, this is what it's all about. This is why we get up in the morning. This is why we love what we do, because we have each other and we have you guys to call us out when we make mistakes. I have Dave to call me out when I'm
They do have this really nice, this is a split toe Reebok collab.
Dude, I'm telling you, this trend is hitting so hard, dude. Maybe
I don't believe you. I actually, so I was all prepared to tell you how this was the dumbest trade I've ever heard you suggest. And then I found out it wasn't even the right company and it was uninvestable. But
So it is the dumbest trade. But also, where do you get the socks? Like, you have to have special sock now. Like, it's just too much. It's too much for me.
special sandal socks. That's it. That's all you need.
Yeah, sandal socks, yeah.
Now, this brand also does make more normal-looking shoes. They have... this is just an episode of me going shopping.
You take your original sock and you just cut it and say...
There's the toe. Yeah, that's a normal toe.
Yeah.
And that shoe is only
All right.
$650.
Oof. That's about
So here's the thing.
$600
Here's the
more
thing,
than I would
guys.
pay for it.
While researching this, what I also realized, I also came across a few different articles that are kind of related to the split toe, and it's on ballet flats. So evidently, ballet flats, which really did not start trending hard yet, are like the thing that's supposed to start trending really hard very soon. So I did some preliminary research to see, is there a trade on ballet flats? And the companies that made ballet flats, or that are most known for ballet flats, all seem to be private companies. So I couldn't find one, but I'm going to throw this one back to the community. If anyone could find a trade related to ballet flats, which are kind of related here, and if not, I really want the community laser focused on 2000 era trends, because like the 90s have been big, for like 6 years now, 6 or 7 years, and 2000 trend, there's still 90s trends, right? But the 2000 trends, like I forget what they call them. This girl that I follow on TikTok, she has like a name for it. I can never pronounce it, but that could be the next big thing if we could identify the right company at the right time when one of these 2000 trends starts to pop.
I just watched this video that you were saying you didn't know how she pronounces the thing she's labeled these things.
Is labeling people as tourists versus purists.
Here's how you pronounce it. Tourist and purist. That's all.
What you're referring to is, this is actually interesting. A purist is like a fashion purist that has been in the fashion game for a long time, and a tourist is someone that's just kind of new, jumping onto the fashion bandwagon, which she is super cool about. She's like, we should not look down on tourists, because there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with new people jumping into this. I know way too much about this stuff, dude. But that's not what I'm referring to, Dave. What I'm referring to is she has a name for 2000 era fashion rethreads that are coming back, and she has a name for that, and she talks about it quite a bit. I'm always looking for one.
Well, let's get her a few more followers there on TikTok. She has almost 300,000 followers now and 10 million likes.
And she has one investor follower, me. Like, I'm the only dude investor that's following this girl. But it's It's just, she's great, man. She's so on it. So I still love that we did the episode because the process is way more important than any individual stock pick, right? Kind of like, once you learn how to fish, you'll eventually catch fish, right? We just didn't catch a fish today. So, sorry, there's no trade today, but that I could think of. But the process is fun. I love the process, guys. I love it so much. I'm completely addicted to the process of early discovery. It never gets old. It literally never gets old. And that's why I don't sleep at night, because I never know what the hell I'm going to find. We have something better for you tomorrow, we promise.
I sure hope so. Couldn't get
We're
worse.
doing Kathy Wood. We doing the Kathy Wood episode tomorrow, right?
That's what the plan is.
Dude, that is like a major episode. I still haven't made my final decision on it. I'm still contemplating.
Have you done enough
trade.
Oreo on it yet?
No.
Chris's autocorrect doesn't have any idea what he's talking about. He said, I need to do more Oreo before I can do the Kathy Wood episode. I'm like, okay, dunk that in some cat milk while you're at it.
Like,
That's going to do it for this one. Thank you guys for watching.
Give us a thumbs up, just
Thumbs up
because
on the way
we don't
out.
deserve it, but give it to us anyway, please.
If this could be the most thumbs upped video, we'll do more just off the rails, whatever. We're Dumb Money. We'll see you tomorrow.